Hey, what's up? It's your boy Kubla. So, I'm a singer-songwriter, guitarist, producer, artist, whatever you want to call me, from Canada. And if you're new here, I'm going to try something new on my channel, which is to listen to some music, which is something that, strangely enough, I don't get to do nearly as much as I ought to. And so I always find myself listening to playlists on runs, or I never find myself listening to full albums and really appreciating the songs for what they are through, like, you know, good monitors and stuff like that. So today I'm going to be listening to Bruno Major's new album, To Let a Good Thing Die. Bruno Major is an incredible artist, first of all. He's an unbelievable guitar player, singer, and just a crazy good songwriter. And every single song that I've heard off this album so far, which he's released a couple, has been complete and absolute fire. Just like, so good. This album was released this month in June of 2020, and I'm just gonna dive right into it. The first track is called Old Soul.
I don't know, I'm in a mood and I just... You're the first reason why. What I wanna say to you.
Yeah.
I put so much time and not a lot to do. I spend my days listening to Old Soul.
Yeah.
I spend my listening to.
Okay, that song was insane. There's something about putting like a really good feeling funky song as the first track on an album like this, which I'm really expecting to be like super singer-songwritery, is that you get kind of sucked into the feeling of it. There's a real rhythm to it, and when you really feel the rhythm and it's really in your face, then it kind of gets you in the rhythm with the rest of the album, and I think that he's really cast a spell on me. And then just gets me with the freaking 16th C, the 16th C ghost notey kind of drum groove, and then having the bass guitar kind of like lagged, doubling over that, and then really nice pad, really nice vocal production. This is going to be a great album. I'm so looking forward to this. All right, this is track 2. It's called The Most Beautiful Thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Hang my coat on a chair next to me.
All right, that was a beautiful song. I think that was written by him and Phineas, which is really cool. Well, that song, what I loved about it was like the feeling and the sentiment. It was like a pop song, and a really nice one. It had kind of like a Mayer-esque tone to it, like John Mayer, kind of an Americana feel, but at the same time had this very like unique Bruno Major signature to it. I loved it. All right, this is track number 3. It's called Nothing.
Tracksuits and red wine, a Nintendo, though I always lose. Cause you watch the TV.
That little sample was so cute.
Cause you watch the TV. But there's nothing like doing nothing with you.
Aww, that's so cute, man.
Dumb conversation.
Check out these goosebumps, man.
Time.
Wow, I bet this guy's broken some freaking hearts, dude. I loved how it was really compressed and had this really nice vintage sound to it, like it was nostalgic. And that kind of, there's kind of like a bittersweetness to that. It kind of felt to me like some of the harmony was communicating a little bit of something that the lyrics weren't. That really stuck out to me when at the end of the bridge, which I think went and this dominant 7 flat 9 with a 13, that's a really bittersweet chord to me, because you got the 13, which is like, to me, a really nice kind of like we're going home kind of sound, and then you had that like bittersweet, really adds that like ooh, like something tragic's happening kind of sound. I love that. I use that in a lot of my songs too. So bravo, that was a beautiful song. I loved everything about it. It was really cute, gave me goosebumps. kick ass. All right, this next one's called Regent's Park. Ooh. Okay. I feel like I'm going on a picnic in like a carriage wearing like 17th century aristocratic attire. There's this cool thing happening in lo-fi music in the past few years where people are obviously taking these really kind of vintage sounding jazz samples and they're making them into this beautiful, really cool kind of hip hop beat. And that's been happening since like Dilla, right? What I love about this is it seems like they like wrote a jazz kind of standard, something that sounds like it's coming out of France in like the 1930s or 40s. And they just like threw a hip hop beat over it, and then like he wrote like a really kind of tragic love song over it, and it was really cool. Regent's Park really transported me. That was great. All right, so this next tune, I've already heard it because I did a cover of it a year ago. You can check that out right here. I love the song, so I covered it, and I haven't listened to it in a long time. So let's give it a listen. Yeah, that vocal production is perfect. Perfect. Okay, to me that song is like a really good kind of like statement of what Bruno Major is, because it's an amazingly beautiful song that has like a really kind of nostalgic feeling to it. There's a sense of tragedy to it at the same time as a sense of like hopefulness and romance and all these things. And Bruno Major, I mean, so far in the album, he's carried that super well. It's also just got like some incredibly supportive guitar playing that's not for the sake of itself. It's really there for the song and there to give like a piece of ear candy to the listener. Just beautiful tones. The vocal production's super clear. His singing is just, it's incredible. Like, he's such a great songwriter. I'm so impressed with this album so far. All right, we're halfway through the album. This is number 6. It's called She Chose Me. She Chose Me.
Not much to talk to. I know how I look, what I know.
And we're back with the goosebumps. Wow. Damn. Oh, the oboes. Or the clarinets. I don't know what instrument that would. Maybe it's just like a woodwind section.
The most beautiful.
That's funny because it has that nostalgic feeling, except instead of it just being like kind of generic, I could really pinpoint that. Like, there's something about like, there's something that reminds me about like older BBC shows or like kind of like older style English living and songs, like stuff that you might hear in like an English war movie or something. It sounded almost like it could have been, you know, sung by some English tenor for the Queen or something, like back in like the 50s. And beautiful, beautiful, nice. It's kind of like a nice little interlude song. Okay, so next song is called Figment of My Mind, and I know something about the song already, even though I haven't heard it yet. I saw an AMA on Reddit, on the music subreddit, that Bruno Major did, and somebody asked about Figment of My Mind and what it's about, and he said, Google DMT LOL. So this should be a nice psychedelic awakening song about dimethyltryptamine, which is really cool because I don't know if lots of these artists that are really inspired by this jazzy kind of vibe kind of collide with that world. So this is really cool. So, song about DMT, Figment of My Mind. Whoa. Wow. That chorus hit me super, super hard. That was really surprising.
Of my mind.
All right, what was so gorgeous about that song to me was that he really had like an honest experience that he was really trying to relay with this psychedelic experience that he had. And what really stood out to me was in the second verse, he said, "I was shown a few things I'd been getting wrong. She told me I'm a good man and have been all along. By the way, I heard her say there's no such thing as time. It's all just a figment of your mind." So far as I understand about psychedelics, it's not so much of a party drug as it is something that opens you up to different like understanding of your life and perception, which is really scary to some people. So that's really interesting and brave that he would write such a song. And the strings at the end were so beautiful because they really brought me to like an Eleanor Rigby kind of feeling, like Beatles kind of that kind of vibe. Yeah, I really enjoyed that song. This has been a fantastic album so far. We're going to listen to Tapestry, which is the 8th song on the album, and it should be interesting what the mood changes to after we had Figment of My Mind.
Have you seen 7 oceans? Like a fire.
I love this chorus. Okay, so we're staying very much on theme with that song. I liked it a lot, although I found that right after a song that had such a deep and personal meaning, like Figment of My Mind, I found that this song didn't hit me quite as hard. I'm just looking at the lyrics right now. The lyrics were really nice upon first listen. It is a beautiful set of pictures, which are all kind of put in motion by this idea of my tapestry. Which is a really nice word, first of all. There are a lot of great ideas in that song, as well as a beautiful melody, really beautiful chorus. Altogether, a really, really great song. I was really, really happy with it. Okay, I'll sleep when I'm older.
The taste of a cigarette.
Oh, yeah. 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 Oh, damn. Woo! Okay, I loved that song. I loved that song. The reason that I love that song is because throughout the whole album, we've really been getting kind of a taste for Bruno Major as a guy. Like, I don't know if it's real, but like he's really painting a picture of himself. It's a song about like pleasure and enjoying life's pleasure, but it's also about like ambition, and there's something that's deeply tragic about Bruno Major as a character in this album. And that kind of is like a really nice thing with the name To Let a Good Thing Die, and this really fits in, and I'm sure the last track, To Let a Good Thing Die, is going to really paint it. I loved how kind of like reckless this guy is, but at the same time ambitious and heartfelt and sensitive. It's lovely. All right, this is the last track, To Let a Good Thing Die. Short and sweet.
Wrap up in your heart if it isn't there at all. Life isn't like the movies, but a show will make you cry. When it does, good thing die.
That was so good and short and sweet and completely just like got me tearing up. This whole album really feels like almost what Bruno Major has learned as a person, or what he is as a person, and like there's that was kind of like the credits of the movie in a sense, or the conclusion. I don't know how to put it. That album was so cinematic and so ridiculously beautiful, and I'm really inspired by it, but not by the things I was expecting to be, like the singing or the guitar playing, but like the narrative of it was so beautiful and so well put together, and it really made me feel really crazy, beautiful things. That was a really nice experience, and I'm glad that I started doing this, because I think that I would have put off listening to this album if I didn't think about making a video about it. Or at least maybe I'd listen to it in like suboptimal circumstances, like on a Bluetooth speaker or something, and not, you know, with a couple monitors right next to my head. That was incredible. That was such a good album. Really well produced. The songwriting was on point. Whoever he was songwriting with, and however he decided to compile this album is just insane. Yeah, I think the whole thing was produced by Pharaoh, and he did an incredible job. Thanks for watching the video. I'm Kubla, again. If you've never seen me before, you can check out my music. That's mostly what I do. I make music, and I'm going to be making a lot more of it because my time used to be taken up with a lot of gigging and a lot of playing shows and a lot of rehearsing and stuff like that. But now I'm more committed to making videos and doing stuff online. I'd love your feedback. I'd love it if you shared the video with your friends. I'd love if you shared my music with your friends. Check out my website. Check me out on Instagram. And if you can, please, please, please support me on Patreon. I've got a perk called Day 1. It's a tier, rather, called Day 1. And there's limited spots available to it. So I would love it if you could join that group of people and be one of my Day 1s. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching this video. And it's your boy Kubla. Peace out. See you later. Have a good week. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Yo, this is future Kubla coming at you. And I'm just letting you know that I forgot to mention I have a single coming out on June 29th. And it would be a huge help if you could go pre-save it. There's going to be a link in the description below. Thanks so much. Love you.